Welcome to the online Public Information Center for the Municipal Class Environmental Assessment Study for improvement to the 14th line from Industrial Parkway, County Road 10 to Side Road 10, including the Mayberry Bridge and improvements to CW Leach Road corridor from 14th line to Highway 89. Additionally, intersection improvements will be considered for 14th line and 10 Side Road West and 14th line Industrial Parkway or County Road 10. On behalf of the town of the New Tecumseth and the study team, thank you for your interest and participation in this project. The Municipal Class Environmental Assessment Study, or MCEA for short, is being conducted to evaluate solutions to accommodate anticipated increases in traffic volumes and alleviate potential operational issues in the study area, including the 14th line from Industrial Parkway or County Road 10 to Side Road 10, including the Mayberry Bridge across the Nottawasaga River, as well as CW Leach Road from 14th line to Highway 89, and all of the associated intersections. The improvements will maintain or improve community connectivity, including active transportation, address long-term transportation needs of the study area, and access for emergency services. This Public Information Center will provide an overview of the MCEA process, present information about the study area and the alternative solutions for the 14th line and CW Leach roads. It will also request your input on the study and options being considered, and identify the next steps in the process, including identifying and evaluating design options for the road improvement alternatives. Following the presentation, we invite you to offer your comments on this project, the alternative solutions and engagement materials presented. Information on how to provide your input to this study is provided at the end of the presentation. Your input is appreciated and is considered by the study team in the evaluation of the preferred solution. The study area includes the 14th line road corridor from Industrial Parkway, County Road 10, to Side Road 10, including the Mayberry Bridge, as well as the CW Leach Road corridor from 14th line to Highway 89. The study will also consider intersection improvements for the intersections at 14th line and 10 Side Road West, and 14th line and Industrial Parkway, County Road 10, 14th line and CW Leach Road, and CW Leach Road and Briar Hill Heights. The 14th line serves as a key east-west arterial road connection in Alliston, connecting Industrial Parkway to Side Road 10. CW Leach Road functions as a north-south connection between the 14th line and Highway 89 and facilitates access to residential areas. Traffic signals control the intersection of 14th line and Industrial Parkway, and stop signs control the remainder of the intersections in the study area. The study is being completed in accordance with the Schedule C process of the Municipal Class Environmental Assessment process, which is an approved process under the Ontario Environmental Assessment Act. An overview of the MCEA process is illustrated on the flowchart. The study is currently at the stage where we engage with interested parties and the public about the project and the alternative solutions considered, including those identified in the previously completed Multimodal Active Transportation Master Plan, as highlighted in the red box under Phase 2. The impacts of the alternative options are evaluated against the inventory of the natural, socio-cultural, financial, and technical environment of the study area, including possible mitigating measures. A summary of the criteria that is used for evaluation is provided under each environment category. Key considerations in the development and evaluation of the alternative solutions for the study area will include the potential impact to existing natural features, minimizing encroachment on private property and the potential for land acquisition, maintaining access to properties, consideration of pedestrians and active transportation along the corridor, working within existing planning policy and regulations, maintaining traffic flow and connection along the road corridors in the study area, as well as providing capacity for future growth and traffic, maintaining effective storm drainage, the potential impact to utilities, and consideration of community and agency input. The 14th line and C.W. Leach Road MCEA is also guided by the policies and objectives outlined in other municipal planning documents, which outline strategies for growth and infrastructure, such as the Town of New Tecumseh's official plan and the Town of New Tecumseh Multimodal Active Transportation Master Plan, as well as the County of Simcoe's official plan. The town's previously completed Multimodal Active Transportation Plan provided analysis and recommendation for the widening of the 14th line from 2 lanes to 4 lanes with active transportation. The MCEA will also have regard for policies of the provincial government through the Ministry of Transportation and other agencies. Several other studies completed within or adjacent to the study corridor will inform the project, including the Honey Hill Residential Subdivision Traffic Impact Study, the 2018 Roads Needs Study for the Town of New Tecumseh, which supports widening of the 14th line based on current and forecasted annual daily traffic, the 14th line Fire Hall Traffic Impact Study, and the Traffic Impact Study for the 14th line being completed by Honda Canada that is currently in progress. The selection of the preferred improvement options for the study area is determined through an evaluation of impacts and benefits of the options on the existing conditions. The existing conditions of the study area are considered under 4 environments, including the technical, socio-cultural, financial, and natural environment of the study area. The following slides provide a summary of the existing conditions in the study area for these environments. The 14th line road corridor from Industrial Parkway, County Road 10, to Side Road 10 is a 2-lane, undivided east-west arterial road within the jurisdiction of the Town of New Tecumseh. The posted speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour with varying 20 to 28 meter right-of-way. An annual average of 9,900 vehicles per day travel along the road corridor. Vehicles are restricted to a load limit from March 1st to May 1st annually. Intersections influencing the 14th line corridor study area include Industrial Parkway, C.W. Leach Road, Point Vecchio Lane, and 10 Side Road East and West. The Mayberry Bridge is also included in this section of the 14th line. The Mayberry Bridge is a 2-lane, 3-span structure that was built in 1940. The speed limit posted is 60 kilometers per hour with an advisory limit of 40 kilometers per hour. The bridge has been recently assessed to be in poor condition, nearing the end of its lifespan and requiring replacement. C.W. Leach Road corridor from the 14th line to Highway 89 is a 2-lane local road, currently considered as a private road under an access agreement. The posted speed limit is 30 kilometers per hour with a 27-meter right-of-way and an annual average of 4,900 vehicles per day travel along the corridor. Intersections along the corridor study area include Briar Hill Heights, Mackenzie Pioneer Road, and Victoria Street East. There are no transit service stops for the town or the county Lynx Transit within the study area or active transportation facilities, such as sidewalks, bike lanes, or multi-use trails. Future traffic conditions in the study area will be reviewed for the years of 2035 and 2055. The future traffic conditions will be developed based on historical traffic growth on study area roads, traffic from planned future general growth, and from new developments. The projected increase in traffic is expected to exceed the recommended lane capacity of 1,000 vehicles per hour traveling in a single direction. Less capacity reduces travel speeds and increases delays traveling along the study area corridor. Less capacity also results in long delays at intersections, with the potential for collisions as motorists accept shorter gaps to complete turns. Traffic analysis will be conducted for the intersections included in the 14th line and C.W. Leach Road study area. The study will also evaluate and account for the additional technical factors, including utilities and stormwater management, buried in overhead lines such as telecommunications, hydro, and gas are present along the corridor. Stormwater is collected in open ditches and culverts along the road study corridors. The presence of underground and roadside utilities will be reviewed and confirmed as part of the existing conditions of the study area, and a stormwater management report will be completed to assess the existing and proposed drainage conditions. The feasibility of low-impact development measures will be included as part of the study. The assessment of the natural environment was completed through a desktop study and field investigation to characterize the vegetation communities and the potential for habitat species at risk in the study area. The natural features in the area consist of forests, wetlands, watercourses, and meadows, and land use being identified as commercial, urban residential, employment area, agricultural, environmental protection 1 and 2. Vegetation communities observed in the study area are considered to be relatively common in Ontario. The area contains a mix of unevaluated wetlands, significant woodlands, valley lands, as well as 3 watercourses, including the Nottawasaga River. A portion of the study corridor is also part of the Nottawasaga Valley Conservation Authority regulated area associated with the Nottawasaga River, an unnamed tributary, and an unnamed watercourse. The Nottawasaga River has been confirmed to provide permanent fish habitat, while the unnamed watercourse and unnamed tributary may provide seasonal fish habitats. Habitat within the study area may support significant wildlife habitat as potential nesting, foraging, or breeding. Habitat observed in the study area has the potential to support species at risk, including the potential for at-risk bats, trees, birds, turtles, and fish. Species at risk were not observed in the study area during the field investigation. Active transportation facilities are not present on the 14th line from Industrial Parkway to Side Road 10, or along C.W. Leach from 14th line to Highway 89. The only road in the study area that includes a sidewalk is the Mackenzie Pioneer Road, which includes a sidewalk on the east side near the intersection of C.W. Leach Road. The town's Multimodal Active Transportation Master Plan, MMATMP, has identified improvements options for the 14th line to include widening from 2 lanes to 4 lanes, with consideration of paved shoulders with a buffer or multi-use trail for active transportation, and a desired right-of-way width of 36 meters. The MMATMP also identified improvements for C.W. Leach Road to include consideration of a multi-use trail for active transportation, as well as improvements for the 14th line and Side Road 10 West, 14th line and Side Road 10 East, and County Road 10 and Industrial Parkway intersections. To address the current and future road capacity needs, and active transportation recommendations for the study area, a multimodal transportation assessment will be completed. The study area includes land use designated as commercial, urban residential, employment area, agricultural, and environmental protection. The 14th line is the preferred east-west travel route connection between Alliston and new growth areas, connecting Industrial Parkway to Side Road 10. C.W. Leach Road serves as a key north-south connection between 14th line and Highway 89, and also serves to support local residential traffic to the Briar Hill Heights and Treetops communities. The town of New Tecumseh promotes the conservation and protection of the town's important built heritage resources and cultural heritage landscapes. The town's registrar contains 36 designated heritage properties, none of which are located in the study area. A cultural heritage assessment identified 2 cultural heritage features in the study area. A Stage 1 archaeological assessment determined parts of the study area have archaeological potential and will require further archaeological assessment prior to any construction activities if impacted. The extents of potential impacts are assessed as part of the MCEA and confirmed during the detailed design stage of the project. The widening of 14th line from 2 lanes to 4 lanes from Industrial Parkway to Side Road 10 will be assessed as part of implementing the preferred solution identified in the 2022 Multimodal Active Transportation Master Plan to maintain acceptable capacity for future traffic volumes as well as to improve travel time and traffic flow. As the 2022 MMATMP was completed to address phases 1 and 2 of the MCEA process, in this phase of the MCEA, the 4-lane widening of 14th line was reviewed to confirm the recommended solution that was identified in the MMATMP and will consider the options for active transportation facilities along the corridor. The alternatives for the 14th line corridor within the study area include 1. Widen to 4 lanes with a multi-use path on one side, or 2. Widen to 4 lanes with paved shoulders and buffer from the roadway on both sides. The replacement of the Mayberry Bridge will be included as part of each of these alternatives. Alternative 1 features a 4-lane road section with 2 travel lanes in each direction, with a multi-use path on one side of the road and a sidewalk on the other side. The posted speed limit is anticipated to remain the same. Roadsides would include barrier curb. Parking would not be permitted on the road. Roadside utilities would be relocated as required to accommodate the reconstruction. Property acquisition is anticipated for the road widening. Alternative 2 features a 4-lane road section with 2 travel lanes in each direction, with paved shoulders on both sides and a buffer between the roadway and the shoulder. The posted speed limit is anticipated to remain the same. Roadsides would include barrier curb, and parking would not be permitted on the road. Roadside utilities would be relocated as required to accommodate the reconstruction. Property acquisition is anticipated for the road. The evaluation of cross-section options for the 14th line were compared based on the level of anticipated impact to criteria under each of the natural, socio-cultural, financial, and technical environments. The table provides a summary of the evaluation of options as an average range under each environment category. A ranking from most preferred to least preferred was applied based on the level of anticipated impact for each criterion, with an empty pie representing the least anticipated impact and therefore most preferred, to a full pie, representing the greatest anticipated impact, and therefore least preferred. Option 1, 4 lanes with a multi-use path and sidewalk on one side, was evaluated as the preliminary preferred option for the 14th Line study corridor. This option provides off-road active transportation facilities for both improved safety and access for multiple users, with a dedicated space for pedestrians. Alternative 1 is the preliminary preferred cross-section for 14th Line, including a 4-lane road section with 2 travel lanes in each direction, a multi-use path on one side of the road and a sidewalk on the other side. With this alternative, the Mayberry Bridge would be replaced with a 4-lane bridge with consideration for active transportation. The widening of the 14th Line study corridor will be completed as part of implementing the preferred solution of the MMA-TMP to maintain acceptable capacity for future traffic volumes, travel time, and traffic flow. Implementation will be dependent on development in the area and subject to funding approval. Road improvements for C.W. Leach Road include cross-section alternatives within the existing and unopened right-of-way. Alternatives were developed for the C.W. Leach Road corridor from 14th Line to Highway 89, considering rural or urbanized designs, temporary or permanent treatments, the potential inclusion of a center median, and provisions for active transportation. Alternatives include 1. Do nothing, with no improvements or changes to be made in the study area. 2. Improve to 2 lanes with paved shoulders on both sides and a buffer. 3. Improve 2 lanes with a 3-meter multi-use path on one side and a sidewalk on the other with curb and gutter for drainage. Or 4. Improve the 2 lanes with a 4-meter center landscape median with breaks as needed for center turn lanes, and a 3-meter multi-use path on one side with curb and gutter for drainage. Alternative 1, do nothing, is a mandatory requirement for consideration in the municipal class environmental assessment process. In this option, the study area would remain the same without improvements for C.W. Leach Road corridor from the 14th Line to Highway 89. Alternative 2 features a 2-lane road section with travel lane in each direction, with paved shoulders on both sides and a buffer between the shoulder and the roadway. The posted speed limit is anticipated to remain the same. Roadside ditches would include options for an LID design. Parking would not be permitted on the road. Roadside utilities would be relocated as required to accommodate the reconstruction. Alternative option 3 features a 2-lane road section with a travel lane in each direction, with a multi-use path on one side of the road and a sidewalk on the other side, located within the existing right-of-way. The posted speed limit is anticipated to remain the same. Roadsides would include barrier curb and gutter. Parking would not be permitted on the road. Roadside utilities would be relocated as required to accommodate the reconstruction. Alternative option 4 features a 2-lane road section with 2 3.5-meter wide travel lanes in each direction, with a 4-meter center median in select locations, as well as breaks in the center turn lane where required. A 3-meter multi-use path on one side of the road. The posted speed limit is anticipated to remain the same. Roadsides would include barrier curb. Parking would not be permitted on the road. Roadside utilities would be relocated as required to accommodate the reconstruction. Option 3, 2 lanes with a multi-use path and sidewalk, is the preliminary preferred option for the C.W. Leach Road within the study corridor. This option is anticipated to have some impact on the natural environment, with a right-of-way similar to Alternative 4. However, impact is anticipated to be limited as improvements are primarily located within the existing right-of-way, with some grading into adjacent property. Option 3 and Option 4 are similarly preferred under the socio-cultural environment, as both options provide access for multiple active transportation users with off-road active transportation facilities. The options are also preferred under the technical environment, as both options will accommodate future traffic. Safety is improved with a dedicated sidewalk for pedestrians, with increased distance between the active transportation facilities and the vehicle travel lanes. Costs are anticipated to be moderate to high for construction of active transportation for Option 3, compared with anticipated higher costs and including a center median and turn lanes of Option 4. Maintenance costs are anticipated to be similar to other options, with the exception of the do-nothing option. The new do-nothing option does not meet the problem statement and is not carried forward. A median with center turn lane may be considered in select areas of the road corridor to enhance the preferred solution as needed to facilitate and improve traffic flow and safety of turning movements, and or to support opportunities for placemaking. Alternative 3 is the preliminary preferred cross-section for C.W. Leach Road. C.W. Leach Road would be constructed as a two-lane road section along the length of the corridor with one vehicle travel lane in each direction, a multi-use path on one side of the road and a sidewalk on the other side. The preliminary concept may include implementation of the center median and turning lanes in the residential development area in the southern section of the corridor as a gateway and placemaking feature, depending on the development in the area and subject to costs and funding approval. In the next phase of the Schedule C MCEA, the design options for implementing the preferred solution will be confirmed. In the next phase of the MCEA, design concepts for the preferred solutions will be confirmed. Design concepts for the 14th Line Study Corridor and C.W. Leach Study Corridor will include a best fit alignment and integration with existing intersections, including the evaluation of intersection options for the preferred cross-sections and the replacement of the Mayberry Bridge. Possible design alternatives for intersections include stop signs, traffic signals, or roundabouts. Design alternatives will be evaluated for the intersection of 14th Line and C.W. Leach, 14th Line and 10th Side Road, C.W. Leach Road and Briar Hill Heights, and Industrial Parkway, or County Road 10, and 14th Line. The intersection of Industrial Parkway and 14th Line is under the jurisdiction of the County of Simcoe. Improvements to the intersection will require coordination with the county. Victoria Street, also known as Highway 89, and C.W. Leach Road intersection is under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Transportation. Any future upgrades to this intersection will require approval and coordination with the Ministry of Transportation. Following the input received from the online Public Information Center number 1, the study team will confirm the preferred cross-section for the 14th Line and C.W. Leach Road corridors. The next step is to develop and evaluate design options for the preferred cross-sections. These design options will be evaluated and presented at Public Information Center number 2. The preferred design concept will be confirmed following PIC number 2 public review and feedback. At the conclusion of the MCEA process, an environmental study report outlining the planning and decision-making process will be prepared for public review and comment for 30 days following the notice of completion of the study. At this time, it is anticipated that the notice of completion will be published in early 2027. followed by a detailed design and implementation of the project. Thank you for participating in this Public Information Center. We ask that you help shape the decisions made as part of this study by completing the comment form available on the town's website at the link provided. The presentation materials will be available on the project webpage for review and comment until January 26, 2026. Responses to comments received by January 26 will be provided in a Public Information Center summary report, along with a summary of your written comments, and posted to the town's project webpage. We appreciate your input and look forward to receiving your comments.